Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
The staff and advisors surrounding any president are going to have the same enemies that the president they serve has, and in the case of President Trump, there's no shortage. You know them, I know them, they come in the shape of social justice warriors, feminists, DACA recipients, tolerant Muslims, and of course any die-hard Hillary fan who just can't forgive him for beating her at her own game. Each of these groups has a different justification for their unchecked rage, but one of the especially hypocritical ones are the Hillary supports and feminists, many of whom overlap. They love to hate the POTUS and everyone who works for him, accusing him of being sexist. This is especially comical when their hatred sprays toward Kellyanne Conway, the glass-shattering, "That's right, I said it," woman who was the first in history to lead a presidential campaign to victory. However, the liberals never tire of blaming her for everything from him winning, to setting women back by breaking a record for women and helping Trump win. One such liberal who can't wait to see Conway removed from her advisory role, thereby hampering the president, is Walter Shaub. According to Politicus USA, he is the former director of the U.S. Office of Government Ethics, and according to him, Conway is in violating the Hatch Act, again, by spending almost a quarter-hour defending Roy Moore on Wednesday. Unbelievable. Spending almost a quarter-hour defending Roy Moore and attacking Doug Jones is still a Hatch Act violation even if you play the word game of couching it as POTUS's view, at Kellyanne polls, and mocking those who try to hold you accountable, Shaub wrote on Twitter. In case you're wondering what horrible thing Conway said that should cost her the job she worked so hard for, here's the clip in question. She's speaking on CNN about why the president decided to endorse Roy Moore despite the swirling accusations that follow him. Before we go on, it's worth noting what the Hatch Act is. It's something to keep certain political figures from pushing their own political agenda by making their views known. It's commonly thought of in reference to Secret Service, who aren't allowed to be political when it comes to who they protect, and if they take the job, not even allowed to put their political views on a public forum. Here are several more of Shaub's tweets, outlining how he believes Conway is in violation of this code, culminating in a call for her immediate resignation. Only shows the depths of your depraved disdain for the rule of law. If the Hatch Act unit of the @US_O.S.C. doesn't find you violated the law twice in the past month for this, well, know for sure that the recent Trump appointee is a purring lapcat installed by a corrupt presidential administration to dismantle the last vestiges of ethics in the executive branch. Your mockery of Hatch Act enforcement today now proves that a written reprimand won't be enough to deter future misconduct. It's clear nothing short of your removal will stop the violations. On the upside, if that happens, you'll be able to tell everyone to go buy IMCA's stuff all you like as a private citizen because the standards of conduct only apply to executive branch employees. But maybe you have some inside knowledge you'd care to share as to whether Special Counsel Henry Kerner is a loyal tabby who has given assurances that emboldened you to commit this repeat offense today. I've been secretly hoping he'd rise to the challenge and do the right thing, but is there something I don't know? Folks, this is the same Kellyanne Conway who reportedly said that having to comply with government ethics rules about disclosure is demoralizing. She is a product of the garbage ethics program, if you can call it an ethics program, run by professional ethics preventers Stephen Pasantino and his former assistant Jim Schultz. Both at Ragusa and at Normason in the Bush and Obama White Houses would have fired these two cartoon villains after the first month, and, of course, Schultz only made it 10 months even in. This poor man's imitation of Caligula's palace. Resigned from federal service. While the act that Shaub is hanging his accusations on is a very real thing and a very needful one, it's not exactly useful in this case. Conway, a presidential advisor, was asked to come on this show and explain the president's endorsement, which she did. She was then grilled about why he endorsed who he endorsed, which she did. Her opinions might line up with the president's, but that's not what she came to talk about. Her job is to serve at the pleasure of the president and have his back, Just because you don't agree with the president's political endorsements doesn't mean you can crucify everyone who dares speak them. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.